Northern Lights. I'm driving for Kenai. And so my funny story is, my name's Jake, my wife's name is Heather, and our State Farm agents are Jake and Heather.
Whoa!
Right? Yeah. So I actually have Jake from State Farm as my State Farm agent.
Whoa!
So
I think they're all named Jake.
well, I don't have khakis on, so just saying. But anyways, this is our first stop. As you can see, the Matanuska Glacier is right there. Okay. Now, the Matanuska Glacier leaves a lot behind it. A lot of people ask, is the Matanuska Glacier receding or advancing? Or they'll think, you know, hey, it's receding. From what I understand, is it's slowly receding, but it's not. It's more kind of in a steady state right now. Glaciers are formed from snowpack. Okay, so it's not warm or cold that makes a glacier. It's snowfall that makes a glacier. You got to have a certain amount of cold to make a glacier, but really it's the high areas of snow that make a glacier. Okay, so once the snow up in the mountains gets to a certain height, what happens is it compresses and it causes it to move down the mountain, and as it gets a certain weight, it all recrystallizes to ice and then flows down the mountain. And that flowing down the mountain scars up the land. As you can see, this big valley, the Matanuska Valley here, is a big U-shaped valley. Okay? These valleys up the side, these are formed by other glaciers. They're called hanging glaciers. Okay? This glacier right here in the back of this valley is called Glacier Creek Glacier. And there's a valley right up over here. It's called Gravel Creek Glacier. And the creek names are the exact same as the glacier names coming out there. There's a lot of glaciers in the Chugach terrain because it gets a lot of snowfall. Okay? So also, as the glacier advances, it picks up rocks and gravel, and it grinds down the bedrock into silt. And where it goes, it leaves behind, when it melts or when the stuff gets pushed out, when the material gets pushed out, it leaves behind evidence. And as you can see, those cliffs over there are all gravel. Those are deposits from the Matanuska Glacier and Glacier Creek Glacier. Okay? Those deposits are called moraines. Those specifically are lateral moraines. They are on the side of the glacier. A lot of times you'll have a glacier meet and you'll have what's called, in the middle of the valley, there'll be a big mound or hill. It's called a medial moraine. And when a glacier pushes out to its end and then starts receding, it'll form what's called a terminal moraine. So the terminal moraine is where the glacier is the farthest it's advanced to. The glacier, it moves quite a bit. Like in the white spots of the glacier, in the center of the glacier, it moves the most, up to 18 inches a day. Okay? So this glacier, the Matanuska Glacier, is 27 miles long, and it is 3 miles wide at its widest point, and it is over 1,000 feet deep in some areas. So that's a lot of ice there. That grinds on there, but it also pushes up the glacier. And you can see that right there where all the big cliffs of ice are. There's a hard spot in the bedrock that the glacier can't push through as easy, and so it pushes up the ice instead. Okay, so we're going to head on to the glacier. We are not on the glacier right now. We are at the toe of the glacier. Also, the blue color of the ice, okay, that's formed by different densities of ice. Down in the glacier where the ice is really recrystallized and stuff, the ice is black. I've actually been under a glacier in the winter in the river tunnel, and you can see for a long distance underneath the glacier. So really the blue and the white color come from air and other atmosphere pockets in the ice. So you'll see that as the ice starts to melt on top, and you'll see it because the snow has air in it, so it pushes it down. That's why it's that blue color. Walking on the glacier, what made you notice it?
Ice.
The ice? I bet you we were on the glacier before you guys even noticed we were on the glacier. You see all that area back behind you? Okay. Is that glacier? Yeah. It is. It's no glacier. See, the glacier picks up rocks as it heads down the mountains. Okay? You get rock slides in the summer, and it falls under the glacier. There's spots where the glacier will pick up rocks from underneath. It's picking up rocks all the time. That's why we have a braided river down there. It's because the glacier picks up so much rock, and then it sends it down the river. So, everybody see this big mound of sand and gravel?
Yeah.
You know how many dump truck loads it took them to get out here with that? No, the glacier made it. The glacier made that. So, that is called an esker. An esker is where you have like a river in the glacier, or a stream, or something in the glacier, and what happens is there's a big waterfall, or there'll be a big crack, and it's where a big pool of water will run in, and it sends a bunch of material from the glacier that it picks up farther up on the glacier, and cascades down, and that creek falls down into a hard spot in the glacier, and then starts going another direction, okay? It leaves a big mound of gravel. I've actually hiked to the top of that last year, and there's a lot of ice under it, so it's actually a mound of ice and gravel too. So, but that makes the gravel and the rock pile up, and you'll see these piles, okay? So you'll find these piles left behind by the glacier of gravel and boulder that's unsorted. And it's not a moraine, because a moraine leaves in a big line, but it's an esker. So remember that term. So, behind you on these rocks, okay, the thing about glaciers is there's not a whole lot of living stuff that grows on them, all right? But there is some living stuff that grows on it, and you'll see as we go over there, be looking for stuff that's living. I'm going to ask you what you saw as we hike over there, okay? There's some stuff that's alive on this glacier, but there's not much, okay? Trees don't have a chance to grow, put down roots, and plants don't really have a chance to put down roots because the glacier is moving so much. So I'm going to grab the front of the line here, and we're going to head, and it's going to be there's going to be a couple crevasses and stuff that we're going to cross over, but they're real shallow, okay? They got rocks in the bottom. If somebody falls in one, it's not the end of the world. We're just going to go slow over this stuff, and I need everybody to make sure they're in the line really good and following in the same spots. There's no point to go somewhere crazy. We want everybody to be safe, and we'll make sure that happens. So, what did you guys find that was alive? Iceworms. Iceworms. Come on. You're pulling my leg. Okay, there are iceworms on glaciers, but we have never found any iceworms out here on the Matanuska Glacier. Iceworms come out and eat the algae on the glacier. A lot of times they'll be on the glaciers that are calving into the ocean. Okay, what else did you guys find that was alive? For real? Moss, yes, there's moss. What about this guy? A spider. Spiders and beetles and insects are the first things to come in and colonize new ground like this. Anybody see anything else? Somebody said people. Yes, people do come make the trek out here on the glacier. Also, you'll have moose and bears and stuff crossing in certain spots in the glaciers where they think they can get across. A lot of times, and I found a lot of dead carcasses out here from animals. What happens is an eagle or an owl will fly out here with its kill because it's a secluded place to eat a kill. So I found owl pellets. We found a dead duck that an eagle took right up in this bowl, actually. So if you pay attention to stuff on the glacier, you'll see more and more stuff. Also, you can see this right here. What's this called? An esker. And this is, I've been told, is called Mulan. It's where the water has run through the glacier. So you can see that this one, it might be flowing the opposite direction now, but probably was the remnant of one that was flowing over the top but melted away and then flowed down here. So you can see where it moves. So it probably came down the crevasse here and went into this hole right here. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Stay away from the edge. All right. Hey, you guys. Thanks for coming with us on this tour. I'm gonna just say something quick. I'm actually filming a YouTube video too while we're at it. but I have a YouTube channel, and if you guys want, I have cards in my pockets. But I was told this morning by one of the kids who was on the tour with Kenai the other day. He's like, "Man, your channel is lit." I don't think it's lit, but he did. So, anyways, if you want to go on another adventure around this area in the backwoods, check out our YouTube channel. It's called Fisherman JKK. Alaska Reality, no Hollywood drama. Just please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. And
what's your Twitter?
I do have Twitter, yeah.